Hmm. Okay. Okay, so I guess I'll go first on the first question, which says consider a song, artist, or album that has deeply impacted you. Tell the story of how this song, artist, or album became meaningful to you. Share enough details to contextualize the intersection of that song and your social experience. So, like, the first thing that came to my mind was just like Nirvana and their album Nevermind, because when I was a kid, my mom used to play it a lot in the car. And then I think just like as I grew up, it was like still cool to listen to Nirvana. And even now, like I just feel like it's never gone away. So I think that it just always brings me back to like listening to music with my mom or just like high school. I think there's a lot of like nostalgia that goes along with that album and that band for me. And I just also couldn't think of anything else that was like really meaningful to me. I just, not that I don't enjoy music, but like I feel like I've never, I don't know, I feel like I always like watch TV or movies instead of listening to a lot of music.
That makes sense. I'm like that too. I'm like, wait,
Mhm.
like what song do I really like that much? Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Mm, okay, well then I will.
Right.
Oh, go. Are you trying to talk, Gabriella? Sorry.
Oh, no, no, that's fine. You can go. I'll go after.
Okay,
Mhm.
so I didn't know who was talking. Sorry.
No, that's
So
fine.
for
Mhm.
me, when I was watching the dark reality of the Christian music industry, I thought that was very interesting. That first of all, I guess the person was like it's from a queer Christian perspective. And so I felt like that was a lot of like ridicule on there. But one of the songs that I really related to is called Sparrows by Corey Asbury. And I really like that song. It talks about like there's a part of the song, it talks about the sun's not worried about the winter because soon it will pass. The light's not thinking about the darkness or the shadow it casts. A heart that's planted in forgiveness doesn't dwell in the past, so why should I be? And so that part is something I think about often. I mean, I will say, like, I am a baby Christian, so I don't know everything, but I thought it was interesting because of how the dark reality of Christian music industry. I thought it was interesting because not just because it came from a queer perspective or someone in like the LGBTQ community, but I feel like at the end, like she was kind of saying that she was asking for representation in the Christian music industry for a gay artist, but at the same time, it's like, but why are you like seeking so much from a community like the Christian community that's already set their boundaries on how they feel about LGBTQ? And I was actually talking to a pastor about that not too long ago. It's like, well, what does that mean? If I'm Christian, you're not supposed to sit there and be like, oh my gosh, I can't talk to these people. I need to pass judgment and do this and that. But it's also like, where is the line between representing your values and then also like how you think and how you think about other people that have other beliefs. But I just thought that was interesting that she was just saying that, well, I think the problem is that Christians aren't talking about it, but Christians have already stated what their boundaries are with that. So I don't know why there's such a thing like, for those people that do say they're Christian and they're not like uh, in relationships that's a man and a woman, like that's okay, but but Christianity says something different, so why are you seeking acceptance into it? I don't know, it made me think about a lot of stuff. Also how she said that the music is is from generic formulas, it's unspecific, it's water metaphors, it's incredible cathartic, which she just said it's like relief through open expression, which I get that. Like I do think a lot of Christian songs sound the same. And like some of the things they were talking about is like how you praise God in those songs and how you're like, oh, I'm unworthy, I'm not whole without you, you are everything. And it kind of makes like God sound like abusive, you know, like you really have to like worship him and like you're not worthy of anything. That's what it made it out to be. And I think it's important to just it just made me think about like how important it is to understand that um like nobody is perfect. And so it's even the people, she was making a point how the people that represent the Christian music industry, that they're not really, you know, they're not Christians, but there's no perfect Christian. Like we're all people, we're all the same. Like it's common humanity. And the more that we understand how we're not that different at all, like the better everybody will be in whatever terms that means, if you're Christian or not. And that's my opinion on that. But that song, Sparrows by Cora Asbury, I thought, I mean, for me, it's a helpful song. And it makes me think about, I guess, just faith in general and how I look at things. So yeah, sorry,
Okay.
that was a lot.
No, that's fine. Yeah, I'll go next. I mean, it was hard to pick, you know, like having to pick one thing to like that like has impacted you, and there's a ton of other stuff that has. But for me, an artist that has like deeply impacted me is BTS. You know, even though they're a Korean boy band from South Korea, singing in a whole different, you know, language and stuff. It's the way they deliver their music, it's through like a message of love yourself. So I mean, I really like that. You know, I think that's really cool how they through like different how do I explain, it's kind of like difficult to explain because they put this message through tons of ways, like through their music videos, you know, music obviously, and like little like videos that they do, you know, kind of like on Twitter and stuff like that, but mainly through their music. That's how they, you know, deliver their message of like love yourself. And you know, I just think that's something that we all need in our life, especially, you know, during a time like this. But yeah, I think that's they're like the one artist that has really like impacted me with that through like love yourself and stuff.
I
Yeah.
heard about BTS before. I was just looking it up again to make sure I knew what you were talking about. But yeah, I've heard about them before.
Yeah. Yeah, they're pretty cool.
Yeah, I've heard about them too. I saw them on the Grammys, I think.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
yeah. Okay. My song that I chose, or my artist, is Taylor Swift, "Shake It Off." I kind of My connection with this song came when I was in 8th grade. It came out in August of 2014, I believe. Um, in 8th grade, there was this girl. She was always mean to me, and I could never figure out why. So I kind of just like put two and two together for myself, that I was always like, we had each other for the same English class, and we sat together. Well, the teacher was like always calling on me and stuff to help her with stuff. So I kind of figured that she didn't like me because of that. And in the song from Taylor Swift, it's like haters are gonna hate, hate, hate. So I just kind of figured that that's what she was. And I've kind of connected with that through the years, that whenever like people are rude or mean to me, that they're just hating because they haven't accomplished what they've wanted to, so they have to look down on other people. And that's where I have connected with Taylor Swift and "Shake It Off." I think of it every time that I'm going through something. Yeah.
Good. Um, so I guess, um, what would you say that it says consider the one thing all of your personal experiences with music have in common and discuss the power of music in relation to that theme.
I think that one thing that we kind of all had in common there was like that music kind of can take you to a different place or a different headspace, whether that's like, you know, with your faith or with like feeling like confident and loving yourself, or like feeling like, you know, like I can get through anything, like and shaking off everything that's like negative around you. So I just think that like that's a huge part of music, is kind of putting yourself in a different headspace and like allowing you to like helping yourself like get through things.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think we all like kind of use it as a, or look at it as like a blockage, like to other things around us.
Well, yeah. I mean, I with music, it's very open to your own interpretation. Like everybody experiences everything differently, but it's open to a lot of interpretation. But I think I agree with that. You know, we all like we all like aim towards maybe seeing how things affect us, or and sometimes it has to do with like what like is going on in your life currently, because if you listen to the same song now and maybe you listened to it before and you weren't like in the best of places, you may think differently about it. So but I think at the core it just, yeah, it does have to do with like your feelings and your faith, and I think it tugs on all of that.
Yes. Also, like, I agree with all of you guys, but again, like it can help you, especially with school, since we're all in school. I feel like music really helps me like concentrate and study. Even like classical or like jazz music like that. But like even listening to like pop or other types of like songs with like a more of a like a faster beat, they still like help me concentrate. I don't know if it's just me, but it's just I find like more like fast beat, songs that they like help me get through like an exam or a quiz or like reading through, textbooks and stuff like that. That's what I really love about it.
Yeah, well, that made me kind of think like your comment just now about like different types of music, and like you mentioned jazz and classical music, but
Hmm.
those types of music, they don't like I they don't convey the same message, and because there are no words. So I guess to me that just tells you like how powerful words are, and how powerful
Right.
like
Hmm.
song can be. Because if you listen to classical and jam, like I can listen to chill hop while I'm doing something else and like be calm and cool and collected and like do other stuff, but it's not gonna put me in the headspace of like how am I feeling and what do I feel towards what the song is about, or what do I think about what it may be talking about. It's not going to convey feelings inside of me. Yeah, it will help me concentrate and things like that. But now I was just thinking about that, how like there's a difference there. So yeah, I don't know.
I give you props because for the life of me, I cannot concentrate with music if I'm doing something. I
Uh-huh.
just,
Um,
I
That's
can't
brutal.
either. Like
Yeah, me either.
I will like start writing lyrics down if I'm in the middle of writing instead of what I'm supposed to do. But I do like listening to like if you ever tried it, you could well, if you haven't tried it, you can try listening to frequency wave music, and that helps me concentrate
Ooh.
a lot.
Hmm.
It has like different frequencies, and I guess it's supposed to target your brain in different ways and stimulate it. I don't know all the science
Oh
behind
yeah.
it's
Hmm.
true
I've
or
heard of
not,
that.
but I listen to that and I am so focused, and it's so weird. It's so weird. But I can be totally focused when that's on. And then, I mean, if I listen to music with words in it, like there's no way I'm going to start singing with the music. And I'm just going to be like kind of chillax with whatever else I'm supposed to do.
yeah.
But even that, like the frequency wave music, it can also, I guess, kind of, I don't know. I guess you could. you could maybe like meditate too. It's not almost like meditation or your yoga, or like it's calming. I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah, I've tried listening to like meditation music while I'm studying, and that's like it's better than like actually listening to like real music that I would normally listen to. But I wonder if it's similar to those to the frequency ones you're talking about.
Yeah, I would try it. I don't know. It works for me and it's really weird. I can't really explain it that well, but I feel like it's the only music that I could listen to, because if I am studying or anything, I don't like a really quiet room. So then I'll turn that on. Like I have to have something playing in the background. But yeah, let's see what this next, I don't know if we answered the next question then. What does that tell you about music? I think we kind of talked about that. What does
Yeah.
that What does
Mm.
that say about you and your peers? What does that say about you and your peers?
I think we all just like we look at music a certain way. Um and we the way we evaluate based on our opinions, and it all kind of gives us like an outlook on life.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And how we like find comfort in each of these songs or, artists that we've mentioned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
I also feel like, I mean, everybody receives stimuli differently, and that's why we experience things differently. So, I mean, I feel like everyone gets something out of it, but, and it I don't know, like everyone gets something out of it that is beneficial to them, but even the benefits of it, like we may like the same song, but we're going to benefit from it differently. It's going to fit a different need. Whatever we're needing, that's what the benefit we're going to get. It's not going to be the same person to person. But the fact that we benefit from it, I think that's common. But I don't know, it's weird to me. That's just kind of how I was thinking about it. I think that was all of our questions. How are we on time, I guess? Or does anyone have any other final thoughts?
We're at like 18 minutes, but if you I don't really have anything else. Do you guys have anything you left you want to say?
We can check in with each other. We're supposed to do that anyway.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, right. Yeah.
How was your spring break?
Spring break, it was good. Working a lot. Working and stuff. But yeah, I mean, at least it was a good little break from school. Yeah.
Did everything get fixed with your house and stuff? Like you had said you still didn't have water like a while ago and all that stuff.
With me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It came back like 2 days later. Yeah, 2 days later, I texted y'all. Um, it was bad. We had to like get snow to like melt it for our toilets and stuff.
Oh my
And
god.
like we were trying to go to like gas stations to find waters, but everything was sold out. So we had to go all the way to Bucky's to just get water. So I was like, oh, it was a mess. But yeah.
Yeah, that was crazy. That's taught me to make sure that my pantry has a little bit more in it than than I have
Yes.
in it right now.
Mhm.
Like certain things I was like, I need to have this on hand. Like not just first aid, like I need an emergency pantry stash now.
Yes.
But yeah, my spring break was pretty much I attempted to do work over spring break and it did not happen because trying to keep the kids busy, it was just like not it was not fun, like trying to do both school and then them. So I was just like, forget it. And then I just ended up playing with them and we did a few things here and there, but I mean, usually just like going outside for a while, and we don't really hang out with a lot of people still. It's still a little scary for me. So, yeah, it was just, I mean, I tried to just relax, but I mean, as much as I could with the kids home.
Same. Pretty much the same there.
It's not really a break for us parents that have to deal with the ones on spring break.
Right.
Okay?
It's like for the first few days it's nice, so then it's like, okay.
Like, who's this break for? It's for the staff, not for parents. Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and end it if that's okay with everybody.
Sounds
Yeah,
good.
that's fine.
Okay.